record on this computer. Let's open up. Good evening, everyone. I just opened the webinar, so we have people joining. So we're just going to give it a moment or two before we begin. Make sure everybody gets in and has can hear the great information that's going to be shared. Do we have a SDTA rep joining us tonight? I'm making sure that nobody is on the wrong side. Do we know if Edith is joining us?
I don't know.
Okay.
I can cover.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
I'm not sure if we have a rep.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we will get started. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming to our webinar, where we are going to give a high-level overview of what a potential shift from CalPERS to SISC will look like. This webinar is focused on our HMO and our PPO plans, not our Kaiser plans. The Kaiser webinars were not last week, but the week before. Unfortunately, I forgot to hit the record button on those, so we don't have those, but that slideshow is available on the district's benefit website. And then, as always, we are here to take any questions. Speaking of questions, just a little housekeeping item, your Q&A button in the bottom of the Zoom is active. Feel free to ask any questions, and then we'll also talk about additional opportunities to ask questions and get more information moving forward. So we will get started. I will introduce the panel. Good evening again. I'm Crystal Leach, Associate Superintendent. With us tonight, we have Chris Poyster as our AFSCME rep. Lori Phillips here with us from SISC, and then Devin Devine with Claremont Partners, who the district has partnered with since, I believe, 2019, as we started this journey of exploring exiting of CalPERS. So again, today's objective is that brief overview of what a potential shift to SISC would look like, focusing on non-Kaiser plan options. We have a designated live Q&A opportunity scheduled for tomorrow, starting at 5:30. The Zoom link will be the same one that you used today, and it's also updated on the website. So again, thank you for joining us, and we will get started.
So the Joint Benefit Committee process has been a huge undertaking. I have been on the committee since the beginning, along with Devin and a handful of other people. This committee was put together because exiting CalPERS is a huge deal. And so we didn't go into this lightly, and made sure that we took the time to make sure everybody came out on top in this. So the Joint Benefits Committee includes representatives from the district, the Board of Trustees, SDTA, AFSCME, and unrepresented classified and administrative employees. So what we've done is taken a subsection of every group that's in the district, so that everybody had equal representation at this committee. In the fall of 2019, the committee began looking at detailed alternatives to CalPERS for medical insurance. So I'll jump ahead, and the bolded part at the bottom is a reminder that CalPERS is not only retirement, we also get our benefits through CalPERS. However, those two things are separated. So at the moment, we're looking at moving away from CalPERS as our benefits and health and welfare, but we are not moving out for our retirement. And by moving out, it will not affect any long-term disability that has been purchased through CalPERS. So we started looking at different alternatives, and there were quite a lot. It was a very extensive process. The goal was to either have the same exact benefits or better, which the committee feels we've been able to find that. And SISC was the person that, or the group that we decided to go with, based on the fact that through SISC, it's only other like-minded or like-jobbed people, as they're all school employees, and we're not bundled in with fire departments, police departments, hospitals anymore. And Lori will get a little bit more in depth on that. I do want to remind you that this is only a proposal. There's still more that needs to be done. Everybody will have to vote through the ratification and the bargaining process to make sure that this process goes through. Every group in the Joint Benefits Committee is in agreement, and we all recommend that this shift should happen. And we think it's a good fiscal decision, and we are definitely backing it up. So with that, I'll transfer it over to Lori Phillips from SISC.
Thank you, Chris. Good evening, everyone. As Chris mentioned, my name is Lori Phillips, and I'm an account manager from SISC, and I work with school districts in Northern California. So I want to share a little bit of information of who SISC is. SISC stands for Self-Insured Schools of California, and we operate as a public school joint powers of authority. So we're a public entity, and we've been doing this for a very long time, for over 40 years. We are administered by the Kern County Office of Education. So basically, we're the insurance division of the Kern County Office of Education, and all of our employees are public school employees. We're either classified or certificated, just like the employees of your school district. We are not an insurance company. We are a group of school districts pooling together to share cost and spread risk over a very large population. And so much like CalPERS as a pooling resource, we do the same type of thing, but we're doing it for school district employees only, just like Chris mentioned. And so that provides the same type of claims experience and predictable risk. And we are run in the best interest of our membership. So we're able to keep rates affordable and steady over the long term. We currently have over 325,000 members that we insure in over 460 school districts throughout California. So we're almost halfway there. Almost half of the California school districts are under the SISC umbrella, and we're in 44 different counties. And a fun fact, 1 in every 1,000 Americans is covered by a SISC health plan. And so with that, Claremont Partners did the evaluation, and I'm going to turn it over to Devin now to share some of the comparison information that they found in comparing CalPERS to SISC. Devin.
Good evening. Try that again. Hello, everyone. Yeah. Claremont Partners worked with the Joint Benefits Committee to look at the details of how the plan designs compare. So I want to give you a sense tonight of the process that we went through, and how some of the plans stack up. And then I'll talk about ways to find out more detail about how the different plans compare. So what we were looking for from different group purchasing organization partners was plans that would either be the same or better than the plans that you currently have through CalPERS. Other than Kaiser, the most commonly selected plan for Sequoia Union High School District was the Anthem Blue Cross traditional HMO. So that's what I'm showing on the board. The CalPERS HMO, which many people have today, is in the middle. And then the SISC, Anthem Blue Cross HMO, is on the right. And that's what we anticipate members would want to select in the event of a move to SISC, because it's the same kind of plan. So it has the same deductible at 0. It has the same coinsurance level at 100%. So then we go to look at copays. And for office visits, it's a little bit better at $10 as opposed to $15. And for your out-of-pocket maximums, the SISC version of the Anthem Blue Cross HMO is also favorable, with $500 lower individual medical deductible, $1,000 lower for the family. And we put those in green on the right-hand side because lower is better when you're talking about your potential out-of-pocket maximum. There's other features of the benefit design, of course, which we're committed to putting up on the district website tomorrow. So you can go through that at your leisure. But I wanted to give you a sense of some of the big pieces for the more popular plan choices. One item that was of particular interest for the committee was chiropractic coverage and acupuncture coverage, which isn't always covered. But in the case of SISC, they were able to match and beat the current coverage from CalPERS. So $10 copays is lower, and 30 visits per year overall is higher. So that's what you want. It's an improvement. It's marked in green. I will turn it back to, oh, one more slide. I apologize. So the other big question is not just the financial question, but like the relationship question of what happens with my doctor. Do I get to see the same doctor? So for Anthem HMO people, yes, absolutely, no change. Anthem PPO people, yes, absolutely, no change. Blue Shield PPO people, we expect that you would want to move to the Anthem HMO, which is very much the same. And 98% of the doctors between those two networks are a match. So there's a good chance that no one is going to fall out of network. With the HealthNet HMO, it's not quite as much of a close match to Anthem, but many of the doctors are still in there. To find out the particulars of whether your physician is in network, the best person to contact is Lori at SISC, and her email address is on the screen here. One other thought that I'll close with is that if you are a Blue Shield or a HealthNet person, and you're in the midst of a course of therapy, say cancer treatment, or a loved one is in the course of therapy, there are provisions for continuation of care, so that even if in the event your treating physician isn't in the Anthem network, insurance will still cover it throughout the course of care, so care won't be disrupted. And Lori can also answer questions about the particulars of that as it may apply to your particular situation. And I am going to turn it back to Lori to talk about some other transition topics.
Thanks, Devin. I will say, if you want to reach out to me, please feel free to do so for confirmation on whether your providers are in or out of network. Keep in mind, when you email me, let me know that you're from Sequoia, because I work with probably 150 school districts in Northern California. So I do need to know what school district you're inquiring from. And then I will need to know your physician's name, the address, and either the tax ID number that they bill under, or their national provider identification number. That way we can confirm through Anthem if they're contracted in the Anthem HMO network, or even in the PPO network if you're considering the Anthem PPO. So with that, some of the general transition information that you need to know at this time, we're going to have a special enrollment period. If you guys, move over to SISC, we'll have a special enrollment period that will begin in October. So this transition is effective January 1st, 2023. Okay, so we need to have an enrollment. All employees that are enrolled in a medical plan need to fill out a new enrollment form. If you're going from Anthem HMO to Anthem HMO, we still need you to fill out a form. If you're going from Kaiser to Kaiser, we need you to fill out a form. All employees need to fill out a new enrollment form. If you are adding any eligible dependents, we're going to require supporting dependent documentation. And upon this initial enrollment into SISC, we need to get you into the SISC system so then we can transmit that eligibility out to the carriers. And then from there, those carriers will issue new ID cards. Our goal is to have those ID cards out to you in early December. That way you're ready to go January 1st. So Anthem HMO issues ID cards to each member of the family, and they identify who your primary care physician is. So during that enrollment process, you will need to put your provider's ID number. If you want to keep your same, provider, put that ID number on the enrollment form. And later, if you guys, come over, later we will have webinars and informational meetings that will go through, some of the different benefits, highlights of the benefits, and where to find those numbers, where to look on the websites to get some of the information you need. So this isn't a one and done communication to you. Just know that, we'll have other informational meetings in the future if you guys do come over. With the PPO ID cards, they only issue for the subscriber or the employee under their name and your spouse or domestic partner. So if you need cards for your kids, all you need to do is call Anthem and they will produce that ID card for you. That's my sign. Next slide. Okay, I do want to share some of our value-added programs that are available to our Anthem members. So these are benefits that you have access to as a SISC Anthem member, and they're separate from your Anthem benefits. We have an employee assistance program that's available actually to all employees of the school district, but that provides 24/7 help for personal concerns. We call it kind of a life program, and members have access to short-term counseling, 6 visits per issue. There's online resources that are available, crisis debriefing, management training, lunch and wellness seminars. There's a whole lot of benefits included in that employee assistance program that we'll be happy to share with you in the future. And it's no cost to the district, no cost to the employees. We have an MD Live, which provides access to board certified physicians, pediatricians, and therapists 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for a $5 copayment. So members on our Anthem plan, sometimes, in the evening, it's hard to get, for common medical conditions. It's hard sometimes to get an appointment with your doctor, or you don't want to go to urgent care. You just want to talk to a physician, and you can do that through MD Live. We have our Vita Health, which is a digital personal health coaching. So we're real excited to roll this out to our members. It provides one-on-one coaching, therapy, one-on-one coaching for various different types of medical conditions, such as COPD, prediabetes, diabetes. Maybe you're trying to lower your cholesterol or your blood pressure. You can work for that condition management with a nutritionalist, a dietitian. So you have that one-on-one coaching, or there's also therapy available. So maybe you're suffering from mild to moderate depression or anxiety. You can work with a therapist, and it's at no cost to our members. And this is provided through online tools and the phone app. So you actually get to, actually see a person, talk to them, and then use health trackers and tools that are available to you. We have our Teladoc medical expert services. This is something we're really proud of. We think it's very important that our members have the right diagnosis, they get their medical questions answered, and they're on the right therapy. And so Teladoc medical expert services allows our members, our Anthem members, to ask questions. No question is too small or too big. And you can call in and ask questions. And then there's a component of the benefit that allows you to get a second opinion from world leading experts. So maybe you're newly diagnosed with something, or you're scheduled for a surgery, or you've had a chronic condition for a while and you want to see if you're on the right treatment plan for that. You can engage with Teladoc and sign a waiver. They'll collect all your medical records, summarize them, digitize them, and send them to a world leading expert in that realm of your condition. And so you get a written second opinion. And this is outside of Anthem and outside of SISC. It's through another organization. And this is free of charge for any members who are on a SISC Anthem plan. Also, switching over to the pharmaceutical side of things, we offer 0 generic copays for medications when they're obtained through Costco. So that can go Costco retail pharmacy, or it can be through the mail order service with a 30 or 90-day supply. We'll give you most generics at a 0 copay, and you do not need to be a Costco member to have access to the pharmacy. Okay, Devin. Some additional value-added programs that are available to our Anthem PPO members. So we have some members that are on a PPO, or maybe you're thinking about switching over to a PPO plan. You'll have options. There's Anthem PPO options. There's 3 additional benefit services or value-added programs that are available to you. We have an enhanced oncology benefit that works through Contigo Health, and Contigo Health matches a person who has been diagnosed with cancer with the City of Hope. And the City of Hope can provide virtually or in person confirmation on initial diagnosis. They can develop a care program, and they can coordinate the information that's given to you and work with your home oncologist. So we're not expecting you to go to the City of Hope to get services. We're giving you this extra layer of confirmation and information through the City of Hope to confirm your diagnosis and everything. If you choose to travel down, we'll pay for the member and a companion to do the in-person visit. And so you can learn about all the treatment options, anything that's available. We have also, for our PPO members, we have virtual physical therapy for members who are wanting to or are prescribed physical therapy, or you're wanting therapy because you have back or joint pain. Hinge Health is one of our providers that members can have access to get free wearable sensors and monitoring devices, and unlimited one-on-one coaching for a personalized exercise therapy to help relieve that back and joint pain. So that's something that's available. And then hip, knee, and spine surgical benefit. This is offered through Carum Health. This provides an option to get a consult with top quality surgeons for hip and knee replacement and certain spine surgeries. And the benefits are covered in full. So if you're on the PPO plan, you don't have to pay deductibles or co-insurance or anything. You can go down to Scripps in San Diego, free of charge, travel paid for, everything for you and a companion, and have your surgery at no cost. So with that, I'm going to turn it back over to Crystal so she can wrap it up for us.
I'm on mute. Great, thank you. We do have a question from an anonymous attendee. Will the session cover the changes compared to PERS Platinum PPO? Devin, I don't think that slide, did the slide identify any Platinum PPO?
No, that one didn't. We'll post the benefit comparison for that plan.
Okay.
To the benefits website tomorrow.
Sounds great. Okay, so again, thank you all for attending. We do have a Q&A scheduled for active employees tomorrow night at 5:30, where we can answer questions ranging from HMO, PPO, and then also the Kaiser plans. We do have a Q&A scheduled for retirees for next Tuesday, 5:30. We will also have additional opportunities for retirees as well, just to make sure that we're sharing that information with them. Again, I encourage, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to myself, to Edith, to Chris, and then you also have Lori's contact information. If you have specific questions, is my doctor covered? Is this type of service covered? And we can help navigate some of those answers for you. I would encourage you all to check the website. We will have the FAQ posted on the website, as well as the recordings to these webinars. And then also additional information on what we need to transition out, and then the plan details, as Devin had mentioned earlier. So if all goes right, we are looking forward to an open enrollment in October of 22 with a start date of January 1st of 23. So again, thank you all for coming, and let me know if you have any questions. Have a fabulous evening. Bye-bye.
Thank you.